care of a lot of different things. Just getting things done. But I'm good. Sorry, I didn't have the link up,
You
so I
got
just
it up
got the
now.
link up and everything now. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Had to deal with a bunch of just a lot of little things. To me, it's it's like a million little things for me. It ain't one thing that's driving me crazy. It's just everything around me. Had to help help my neighbor in some situations, and just help other people all around. So I got a lot of elderly people, so now I need to get some salt and stuff for this huge storm getting ready to come because I shovel their driveways when it snows.
Okay.
So I'm getting too old for that though.
Yeah.
Them all my kids done moved away though. I used to have a whole gang of kids to help me in the neighborhood. Now all of them in college. So
Mm.
No other
now I'm
neighborhood
by
kids?
myself. I used to do that. So what I used to do is I would take the neighborhood kids and
Mhm.
we would go shovel all the joint, and then the elderly people in my neighborhood would pay them.
Yeah.
But I was like the ringleader. But now they're all in college. Like now it's just me. It's gonna be me and Jonathan, and 2 feet of snow ain't. Yeah, I ain't looking forward to it. So,
Yeah.
so.
I don't know what it's gonna be like for me because oof, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. But man, listen, man, look, y'all know I'm a gamer. I play the game and everything. And listen, even in the game, and we talk about God sometimes. We got into a tough conversation. I'm not gonna get into that conversation, but I'm gonna go share with a little bit with you. Yeah, it's a lot of people. A lot of people are lost. We know that already. Lost, confused, uh, and they don't know where to go. That's real talk. They don't know where to go. These young men, you know, they just don't know what's right, what's wrong. They don't know how to go. They don't even know how to get to God. Even though we can tell them, show them, and be a resemblance of God or Christ, but so much in the world, in the church, is going on, and people are like, "Yo, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it." They was really, 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 really. Well, I tell you, man. That's when you're doing something good. See, that's what happened. The enemy comes in to try to do this foolishness, this foolery. But we ain't gonna let him stop us. We ain't gonna let him stop us. Not happening.
Uh,
Right, right. Huh?
I'm a little confused about what you're talking about. I'm trying to figure out exactly what you're talking about here.
You ain't looking?
Looking at what? Oh, nah, I'm not. I'm doing something else. I'm trying to set
Oh,
up this stuff. What, in the comments or something? What are you talking about?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
See.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It's all good.
No, you right. We said what we talking about. We talking about Jesus. That's what we talking about. That's exactly what we talking about. Right, Rodney?
Yes, sir.
Surrender unto God's will for your life. What that mean, Rodney?
Oh, you start with me? All right. I mean, a surrender unto God's will is the hardest. It's to me is the hardest part because in a lot of things about God's will, you have to fight against your own thoughts, your own instinct, your own first, how your own flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's why it says that you got to surrender daily because at the end of the day that I got to surrender to my own instincts of even the sad thing about it is a lot of this stuff is things that we created as children growing up or your family has instilled in you that is not the godly way. You know what I'm saying? I talk about all the time that, alcohol in my family was celebrated. It was something easy. It was something that we did all the time. It was normal. It's just like in some people's life, I remember I had a neighbor and needless to say, he was of the other complexion. And his father talked to his mother any kind of way, and so did he. But in their household, that was normal. There was nothing wrong with that. I have friends that told me in my household, I thought that I thought that calling your wife the B word was just as frequent as calling her mom. And a lot of people think that is what happens out here. Like that happens everywhere. In my household, this is what it is. And a lot of us don't even know that these things that we consider to be, normal is not Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? That is not, the what God really has for you. But we've normalized it. We've sit there and just made it's okay. You know what I'm saying? They're like, everybody does it. What do you mean? But hey, that's how it was in Sodom and Gomorrah too. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was when Noah, right before when Noah, they said that murder was just like every day. You know what I'm saying? Like people got murdered every day. And, to them, murdering was the same as telling a lie. So for me, it's just about, we got to really start, when you surrender, is when you really have to break yourself down and start almost, for real, start over and start relearning these things, getting rid of the bad, the things that are not of God, and relearning how do I have a conversation without all the old things? How do I go through the day without going to the liquor store? How do I go, or if I go to a liquor store, how do I just have a drink? You know what I'm saying? Opposed to drinking half the gallon like I used to. It's just about really relearning. But once you surrender, a lot of those things God works on you and takes away from you. You know what I'm saying? That you no longer, I don't go to the liquor store because I no longer have the urge. I used to be every day at 4:00. I knew where I was going to be at. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't even have the urge. Now I don't even have the compellingness to go to the liquor store and get this. I just don't.
Was that through prayer?
It was through surrender, sir. It was not through prayer. I mean, my wife prayed for that for years. It was until I surrendered. So, I mean, was it through prayer for me? Probably too, but I had to get to the point I wanted to surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Until I got to that point, you could pray. I assumed a lot of people prayed for me. But until I got to that point, prayer wasn't it. It was 100% about me. And once I decided, I didn't care if anybody believed me either. You know what I'm saying? Like it was me. I didn't ask for approval. I didn't ask for a accountability partner. I didn't do none of that. I said, you know what? I'm done. Matter of fact, I did it with y'all. Now to think about it, I did it with y'all. I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just as simple as really making up making that decision. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, I was asking y'all about, this whole, because I had a conversation today that bothered me. And it was about, they was acting like there's like some secret code to Christ. Like I have to unleash this, I got to go through and solve a Rubik's Cube or something. You know what I'm saying? Or like what you call it? You got to go through an obstacle course to search for the knife, like on Golden Child or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's not none of that. It's just making a decision and actually going through with it. That's the first step. It's not there's no secret. You don't gotta. And unfortunately, I'm gonna say this, and I know Chef Dennis is gonna start getting on his pedestal. But you don't have to find this magical Bible verse in the Bible. Like you don't gotta find it. It ain't like, okay, well now I gotta start and once I hit the right root word and combine it by this, the guy's gonna tell me I shouldn't say bless you, because if you take the B from the L, now you're saying be less and all this other kind of stuff. I was like, nah, bro, just look, man. Either be blessed or don't. That's up to you. I'm gonna keep moving. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people start doing that to me, I don't understand. Like I'm like, yo, why are you making it difficult? It's not difficult at all. Like, if I love you and I'm wishing great things on you, I don't have to say a magic potion type of words to wish these things on you. I can just say, I wish these blessings on you. And now, because now you're so woke that B, if you move the B away and now you're not blessing them, you're wishing them to be less. I can't deal with that. I really can't. I don't know about y'all.
Somebody said that to you?
Man, let me tell you, bro.
A lot too.
Huh? Let me tell you, bruh.
Somebody told you that too,
you can't say good morning because morning is the death, and we're not getting up good to be mourning.
That was in my soul from a young age. Okay, I know.
Oh my gosh, bruh.
That was at a young age.
Like, come
Ask
on.
my mom. She knows. My mom. I'd be like, every time I heard that good morning, I was like, why are you telling me to mourn? Like, I never understood the word. Why are you saying mourn and you're saying good? I never understood it. So I was young now. I was teenager when I used to say this. My mom, I don't know if she remembers, but I would ask her. She would always come in my room, good morning, singing songs and whatnot, because she knew I ain't like that word.
Wow.
Yeah, I never understand. And I mean, when people make it difficult, it really bothers me. I'm not gonna lie, it really does. It really irritates the mess out of me when people just try to make it like, come on, bruh. Like it's not that difficult. It's not at all. You know what I'm saying? Like God is not out here giving you a map with no X on it. You know what I'm saying? And now you're supposed to go through these obstacles to get to him. You know what I'm saying? It's actually the easiest membership to get. You don't got to even fill out an application. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not hard, but people seem to want to make it into this like secret fraternity that you have to do all these things to get here. And it's not that at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So let's as people and as Christians stop making it into something it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's not a secret. It's for everyone. God wants this for everyone. You want the same happiness that I have even in times of turmoil. It is here for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you ain't gotta, the thing you gotta do is desire to be with him and desire to change your life to live like him. And guess what? When you do it, it's actually great. It doesn't suck at all. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't suck at all. And I mean, you're going to go through human things anyway. So, I mean, like, yo, I'm good. I'm good. And then when you get his blessings, it definitely changes everything for you. You know what I'm saying? And I've never got a B blessing once. Not once. So I can't relate. You know what I'm saying? And if the person is listening that said that to me recently, you wasn't the first person to say it to me. So don't take it personal, please. And no, I'm not going to say your name. Whatever. People drive me crazy with that too. I don't know if I should talk to you. You might say something. Well, then stop talking to me. Like I don't remember asking for this conversation in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So stop. Like, yo, I'm good. We can stop right now, and I promise I'm not going to start crying. I'm not going to come home with you and ask you more questions. Like, nah, stop. It's cool. Anyway, I'm done. Was that too much of a rant? I'm sorry, Chef.
No, you made sense.
Ooh.
Yep.
After yesterday's conversation, boy, them deals was popping, son. But a lot of great positive things. Shout out to my man, JC, who hit me up. Shout out to my man, Roy Black. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. We get along, even though, he may not get along with everybody on his panel, but me and him seem to get along. So, shots fired. Pew, pew, pew. Let's go. Let's go, Lady T.
Lady T, go ahead. Surrender unto God's will.
I think it's an alignment. I think that we are here to align to what God's will is, but that's more of a stop wrestling with and stop trying to force with and go with the flow. Cooperate, learn how to let life carry you, God carry you. It's like you're saying, not my will, but your will be done. And you trust in it. You trust in it as you just let yourself think about when you're floating in the water. You have to really let go and you have to surrender to the water and just go with the current. That is how surrendering unto God's will is, because you're not forcing it. You're not worrying about it. You're just shifting your perspective. You're shifting your behaviors to let's make whatever is supposed to happen happen. So it truly is a release of control. It's listening deeper than allowing fear to grip you and hold you. It's trusting in the time. The time. I think that we are always anxious about things because we're worried all the time. But if you can wake up every morning and just be like, I'm here. Thank you. I'm here. Waking up. I'm about to do some things that I normally do. I'm here. Be present. Be aware of your present moment all the time and thank God for it. That's a peace of mind. That is truly surrendering to God and allowing God show you the steps that he's going to open the doors for you in the next hour, the next minute, because you never know what's going to happen. We don't know nothing. We have absolutely no idea what's going to happen the next second. So surrendering is just letting yourself be tenderly free and trusting that God will protect and guide you. And we have a lot of scriptures. If we have some Bible people on here, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been reading my Bible because I'm trying to forget a little bit of it, because I want some other people to think of their own scriptures in their mind. Like, I'm saying words that you will connect to, but it's a surrender that you will say, God, I love you so much that I don't have no problem worrying about anything. You're going to take care of me. And that is a mindset that has to happen daily, and it takes practice. It ain't going to happen just like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely takes practice. Please don't think it's going to happen overnight. It don't. Unless you Chef Dennis. Because, he's exceptional.
Chef, what you got
beyond us.
Beyond us.
Let me ask you something. Since y'all shots fired at me. The belt of truth. You know what that means, Rodney? The belt of truth.
Yeah, I know what I think it means, but I would love to hear your interpretation.
Okay.
That's where you answer his questions now, lady.
Yeah,
I'm getting better.
I caught you.
There are spiritual virtues of protecting tools that God has given us. It's the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of the gospel of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the spirit, which is the word. And so these are some of the tools that we use to protect ourselves in war, because we are definitely in a spiritual warfare. And how would you know about those things if you don't study? Because guess what? I always say study. Because guess what? If you do not know how to fight this war, how will you be victorious? How will you be victorious?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
You got to be taught.
Who's going to teach you?
It's not everybody's journey to be the warrior either.
Oh, I agree. Good point.
You know what I'm saying? Even in the war, there's a janitor.
We all called to
servant. That's right.
We all called to be
just because I can't talk. Service does not mean you're the warrior. You can still serve. Hey, there's nurses. There's people.
She said serve. I didn't say that. I said disciples. Okay. Discipleship.
Each disciple was different. It wasn't all disciples were not warriors. Not all of them. Not at all.
They were servant. They were serving. They were servants. They served the Lord. They were servants to serve people.
And so was Jesus.
Yep.
Right.
But
So-
they all weren't warriors. Not everybody is destined to be the warrior. Not everybody can be David. Not everybody can be, Moses. Like that. Like everybody has something different. All those guys had different characteristics,
different tasks,
and different tasks. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, Moses, I wouldn't really consider him a warrior. He didn't really fight anything. He went in there and told them what God said, but he wasn't out there with no sword killing thousands.
Hold on. I was talking about spiritual warfare. That's what I was talking about, not actual war. Spiritual warfare.
I'm still in spiritual warfare. There's still people there that are there to be healers. There's still people who are there to do different things.
I was just saying, in this battle, you have to be strong in this spiritual warfare. Everybody's going to be.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not actually a warrior, because you're right. Everybody can't be a warrior. Just like every man is supposed to be a king, but some don't know how to be a king because they was not taught how to be a king. Do you agree with that?
Their experience did not allow them to become a king. Everything is a becoming. We are here as human beings. We are to become whatever it is that our experience in life that God put for us to live.
I said, yeah, every man's supposed to be a king, but if they're not taught how to be a king, they can't become one.
There's a lot of kings that weren't taught how to be kings.
And they're
were they kings?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I agree, Rodney. With Rodney,
yes. we got a president right now that don't know how to be a president, but he's still the president.
Yeah.
I mean,
he a president, ain't no king.
Okay, what's the difference? What's the difference? No, that is a very good question. A president has the same jurisdiction as a king back in the day, or whatever the case may be. He a king in his own right. I mean, but I don't think he's none of them. But I'm just saying, my fact is that there have been kings that did not know how to be kings. And there's a lot of people that should have been kings that have been taken off this earth before they got the opportunity. But that was God. So not just because you say everybody every God, or I don't say, what was your statement again? Let me just make sure I say it correct.
There you go. Hey, I appreciate that. I like the way you do business.
Is he going to answer the question, Lady T?
I said, every man is supposed to be a king, but some don't become kings because they're not taught. So
I agree with you.
Okay. Lady T, why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that?
So I have a question. We're gonna get back on this subject because I have a question for both of y'all.
Oh, question? Yeah.
Yes, I have a question. Right. How do you know you're in alignment with God?
Who you want me to go first?
Whoever wants to go first.
Roddy, you want?
Nah, I like you to go first because I don't like it when you change up my answers.
Listen, my heart posture, the way I see life, I'm able to see, the hurt and pain of others, you know what I'm saying, and how it makes me feel, you know what I'm saying. I seek out joy, I seek out happiness, I seek out peace. I want to, everybody that's around me, I want them to be at peace. So I want them to feel the joy that I have on the inside. So it's encouragement, pouring in people's lives as well as people pouring into my life. So it's I'm reciprocating everything that I'm receiving, and I'm pushing out joy, peace, happiness, and contentment, humbleness. And so these are some of the characteristics that are aligned with God, and it brings me great joy to know that and to feel that, and to even have sympathy for others, even though they're less fortunate, and still sympathize and have empathy for them. And so that's definitely aligned with God. I have no ill will for nobody. If I'm wrong about something, I'm humble enough to say I'm wrong. I could go and say I apologize and keep it moving and keep it pressing. And so that is definitely aligned with God. I know that to be true because, like I said, it gives me peace, peace of mind. I'm free. I'm not in bondage of anything. You know, there's nothing that I really fear. You know what I'm saying? So fear is not of me. And so I know having fear is not of God. Love is God. And so that's what I always, you know, look to is love, just loving on people. And so that's why I know that's in alignment with God for me.
For me, God lets me know. If I have I have a very intimate relationship with God. I talk to him every day. I talk to him every morning. If I'm getting ready to make a decision where I don't feel it is in line, I ask the question. Now, I know 9 times out of 10, I know what is good and what is not good. You know what I'm saying? Throughout my relationship with God, and even the tools like the Bible, and even tools like my church and my pastor and things like that. If I have a question, then I ask, and then I seek the knowledge through different tools depending on what it is. But the biggest thing that I do is I ask, I have that conversation with God. I say, Lord, before I walk through this door, is this the door that you want me to walk through? Is this the what you call it? And God sends me signs. One, if the door shuts, then I know that was not the door I need to walk through. Two, if the door is wide open for me to walk through it, and I already have had that conversation with God, and I know that this is where I'm thinking he wants me to go. But usually there's signs. Like there's signs that if you're willing to take the time to look at and see, then you know it. I mean, if you're doing evil. In my opinion, when you're doing evil. Like it's not confusing at all. I don't feel that God is like y'all said, the devil is into confusion. God is not. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to help somebody, and you're going to do something that is helpful and successful, feed the homeless, or go help somebody, or lend somebody some money, or bail them out of jail. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do these things, and you know that God is giving you the money to do it, it's not going to hurt you. You're here to help somebody who's good, who may be in a bad situation, then you make the call. As long as all those steps are in with God, you know what I'm saying? And now if they're not, then you know what I'm saying? You know that if you about to do something and it's going to hurt the community or hurt a person or something like that. Like all this stuff isn't hidden. God is not hiding. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to hide the secret. And if the door closes, then you have to be surrendered enough to say, then, well, it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? And if the door is wide open, you then have to be in tune with God enough to know to walk through it. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead, okay. God, I asked for it. You open the door, now I gotta walk through it. You know what I'm saying? I've run into that recently. I've told y'all that about the youth group that I'm working with now. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Chef Dennis about it, of all people. And then the next day, the opportunity gets slapped in my face, and I got to make a choice. Am I going to walk through the door, or am I going to backslide on what I already asked God? You know what I'm saying? So it really happens that way if you are in tune. It happens, the conversations happen, the things that you ask for will be put in front of you. So you just have to be in tune, surrendered enough to know that, okay, I'm not going to walk through this door because God closed it for me. And even though I think it's what I want to do, but if he closed it, then I guess it's not. You know what I'm saying? And then when that door is open, I'm going to walk through that door because that's what God has opened for me. I asked him about it. He opened it. Now I have to, even though I don't see the end, I have to be surrendered enough to know that if he opened it for me, it's the right way to go. So, you know, that's how I operate. That's how I feel. That's how, you know, I go from day to day. I'm doing several things right now that I don't want to do. And until God tells me to stop doing them, a lot of them, and to be honest with you, I'm doing it for free. And it's not benefiting me at all. As a matter of fact, it's not hurting me. I can't say that because God blessed me with the stuff to get it done. But I do know that once all this is done, I'm going to be blessed. Not be blessed, but blessed. So that's how I feel.
Okay, Lady T, what about you? So you gave us a question. What about yourself?
I think it's a inner yes, inner knowing, even when it costs you. You know, Rodney was talking about it. I think it has a feel to it. It's not alignment. Doesn't always feel good, but you know it's true. It's your integrity. It's a measurement of integrity. It knows when, you know, if you're divided or you're not really being yourself. So I look at it. I look at what Rodney was saying. That's what I was thinking of. But for myself also, I'll say your desires simplify. You get more, a little bit less. That, you know, be less is truly. Jesus spoke about how we are not to be about a materialistic world, and we are not to be about a materialistic way. And I understand when people say be less, because we are to not become more and great and be honored and be, you know, talked about, so glorified. We're not here to do that. We are to be less. To become more of God means that you have to become a little bit less of yourself. So that's how I see when these words play. Okay,
Lord
these words
Jesus.
play.
Lord Jesus,
I had to
help
put
me.
my little 2 cents into it.
Lord,
I
help me.
love it, Lady T. I
Thank
love
you.
Lord.
So
Taking the word.
being less and being blessed, neither one is a bad thing. Is that what you're trying to say to
I'm
me?
trying to say we gotta look at it as everything has, you know, a yin yang. It has a balance. We gotta put a balance to everything, and we just have to learn how to think and communicate it in a good way, huh?
Balance.
Yes, everything has to have a balance, is what I'm saying. You know, we do see that there's evil in the world, but there's also good in the world. So
That's not balance. That's not
how-
balance.
but
What
how?
is that then?
Yeah, how do you, because even God said, I can't think of the God, he said that he would not perish Sodom and Gomorrah, right? I think it was Sodom and Gomorrah. He would not get rid of any of the people if there was at least one person, if I'm saying the right story, you know, one person, righteous person there. So that's what I mean. It is a balance of trying to see.
Balance means what? Equal.
I don't know.
Balance isn't always equal. Yeah.
So there's no.
At the end, sometimes the balance isn't equal, but at the end, it will all balance out. That's what balance out. Right. Good and evil, like eventually it'll all balance out.
Like one is weighs more than the other.
You can say that too, or it could be 50-50 equal. It could be one of the other, or
you can't be equal to negative. One is a positive, one is a negative. They are not equal.
I think that you have to look at it from a metaphysical way.
But so look, you gotta
hear me out. Like, we live in this world, dude. Like, we live in this world, and there's evil, right? But there's also good. So how do you not balance it to say you're going to go on the right side of
one is contradicted? One is contradicted.
What I'm saying is go on to the righteousness of what is good. Yeah. Go on that. You have to live that way. You have to, you know, be aware to live that way. And so then you're going to have the balance or more on good. But there are people that are evil, and they want to live on the balance of evil.
And look, and so guess what? When they weigh themselves, they'll be. Just think about it. Let's keep it real now. One, you're gonna add to your life when you get righteous and holy, but if you're not, you taken away, and so you decrease. You everything you lose, you start to lose things. You start if you, like Rodney say all the time, if Rodney never started to change his transformation and said, you know what, I want to live better, and say, I want to get away from drinking. But if he kept on drinking, his life would have started to decrease, because guess what? The alcohol would eventually get him. And now he getting to go into sickness, attitudes, all those types. So now guess what? It's drawing on him. It's taken away from him. But guess what? Now that he started to say, I'm gonna go away from that, guess what? He added more value to his life. Now his health is going to be better. Not saying I'm just using that example, Ronnie, but your health becomes better. So you added. You're not taking anything away. You added. So when you look at the righteous, you add into your life. You becoming this new person. So you adding value to your life versus going out every night, partying, drinking, and doing drugs. No, you decreasing. You taking away from your life. The value that you have been given, you're taking away. So you talking about balance? No, you ain't. Listen, I'd rather be adding to my life. And I speak that over people's lives to say add to your life, not take away. Because guess what? There are people who they go to drugs and say, oh, you know what? I can't take it no more. I'm stressed out. Then they go drugs. So guess what? Now they decreasing. They taking value from their life. So they're not going to be battling. One day I'm going to do some drugs, then I'm going to drink and I'm doing this. Come on.
Yeah, that's how life is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there can be those that do that, drugs and alcohol, and have the balance of not doing it every day. And they do it only twice a week or whatever it is. That is their balance. They choose their balance of how they want to deal with whatever stronghold they may have. Strongholds are there.
That's good right there.
Yeah, but strongholds are in our lives for us to learn and grow from. It is something that everybody has something, right? A vice, whatever you want to call it, but it is a stronghold that keeps us. I think it was Paul that said
those words you said, keep.
Yeah, I think it was Paul that said that flesh, the thorn in my flesh type of thing. When you have something on you that is a pain, it is a suffering, it is a heartache. Those are the things that we have to grow with God internally with, and honestly, nobody else has anything to do with it. You can talk about it, but you really should keep it with you and God. Like, you let that be your manifestation with you and God to say, God, this is you, and I see it. I don't have to tell nobody else about it, but I know who you are. And that's the conviction. So let me say this. I have a conviction in me so strong, I'm not condemned. So everything that I say about how I feel, astrology and all that, I'm not condemned. I'm not going to let nobody condemn me, because the conviction of what God did for me in my life is very strong. That is true alignment, though. That is true surrendering to God, is when you are so convicted that you will be able to say, you can't tell me nothing, because I already know. I have knowledge. I have true knowledge that only God gave to me. You won't know nothing about it. And that's conviction. So condemnation don't even come. You can be like, oh, you did this and you did that. And they can sit up here and talk about you all day long, but you're not condemned, because you have a conviction of what God brought you through. That is true testimony. That is true testimony of surrendering to God's will.
And they're not your judge.
Hey, Lady T, look at your circle though. Yes, sir. When you say conviction, you still have to have a circle, and your convictions, right? Are they the same as others that you're?
What does that matter? What do I care?
Hold up, wait, hold up. Hey, we gotta go.
What do I care? What do I care about your conviction?
Hold up. Are we not going to the same God?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to the same God, but I am not in control of you. You can see
we ain't talk about me. We ain't talk about me.
No. But let's talk even my circle.
Yeah.
My circle can be putting up as much of a front as they want. They still got to answer to God. In my eyes, I can think they're the best Christian of all time. You know what I'm saying? But if their heart is not with God, then it don't matter. The Pharisees did that. That's what God talked about and against all the time was that these Pharisees think that they are so great. They're like, oh, did I not cast out demons in your name? Did I not do this? Did I not do that? And God said, I don't know you.
Because their heart wasn't right. That's right.
Exactly. So what I'm saying to you is my circle, I can't be concerned about them because
hold on, wait a minute.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait a minute, I'm lost.
I'm ready. If you stop talking, you will hear.
No, I can't. Look, man.
Okay.
Listen, yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. You say 1 minute you talking about God and you wanting people to come to Christ, but you don't care about how they living and how they're doing. You don't care about that.
Are you ready to hear me talking? Am I loud yet? I'm gonna wait.
Because I'm confused. That's
well,
what I'm saying.
I would love to clear.
You're going into a spill, but I'm confused. Go ahead, man.
We good?
Yeah, man. You better go ahead, man.
Okay. I cannot judge your heart. It is impossible. I can't do that. I don't know what your heart is. Now, when you're with me, if you're doing great things, then I'm going to assume that your heart is in the right place. Now, whether it is or whether it's not, I can't do nothing about that. All I can do is make sure my heart is in the right place. And I assume that if you're hanging out with me and we're doing the same things, that both of our hearts are in the same place. But if I go home and I say, thank you, God, for allowing me to be a representative for you. Thank you, God, for the great things that you've helped me get done. Thank you for this. And you're sitting there like, hey, God, I did such a great job today. Let me tell you how many people I saved and how many people. I don't know what your conversation with God is. I have no idea. Man, so I'm not going to sit here and
brain, bro. What's wrong with your brain? What is wrong with your brain?
So I do. Tell me where my lies are. You got you.
Where do you?
But put on your belt of truth and tell me where my lie is.
I'm so confused because my brother, me and you right now are a living example. A living example.
But when you get up there, don't mention me.
Bro, no, I'm not talking about that. Guess
what are you talking about then?
Guess what? If I was not doing and was not saying and being the person I say I am and speaking that the way that I speak and talking, you would not be my friend. You would not be in my life. I would have not met your family. It's because of how I conducted myself, how I speak, how I do things. Because what? If I was doing something on the podcast and doing something else in life, you'd be like, hold up, this dude is false. He's fraudulent. Would you not?
Absolutely.
Exactly. So it's important to learn your circle. It's important to learn who you dealing with and how they carry themselves. Because guess what?
How do I know behind closed doors?
Man, stop playing with me, man. Don't do that.
I don't know. I'm not saying you're not, sir.
I agree.
I'm not saying you're not. I really think you are. Hold on, wait a second. Wait a second. Calm down, though. Calm down a little bit. You're getting all
yes, I am. I get excited. Yeah. See, that's the difference between me.
But hold on. I just did that as a joke. But anyway, but no. If God would ask me, which he wouldn't, I'd be like, yeah, Chef Dennis is the bomb. You know, of course I would. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do think you are. But in reality, I don't know what you do when you go to God. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I think you're doing these things, and I definitely think that you would be like, you would be, thank you, but I don't know. But it is very possible because there's a lot of, I'll just say it, there's a lot of pastors and people leading flocks that are doing it for their interest and not for the interest of God. And if you look at them from the outside looking in, you're like, they are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. But then when they go home, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what they're doing. You know, I have no idea, nor am I concerned about that because I'm going to do what God is asking me to do. And I'm going to shine my light that God is asking me to shine. Now, just because somebody is a so-called pastor or whatever the case may be, there's differences. There's difference. TD Jakes and Pastor Jerome or Kenneth Clark do the same thing. They do it in two different places. You know what I'm saying? He's on the street. He's out there helping the homeless. He's out there helping people who have been wronged in their childhood. He's helping people in adoption agencies. He's helping people in this place, in that place. You get what I'm saying? So in my eyes, is he any different than TD Jakes? No, he's not. He's not. A matter of fact, I think when he goes to glory, he's going to have a lot more riches in heaven that he has accounted with than TD Jakes because he has his riches here. You get what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Kenneth would give his last dollar to someone. Can I say TD Jakes would do the same? I can't. And that's why there's levels, bro. There's levels. Now will TD Jakes go to heaven? I hope so. You know what I'm saying? But if you want me to vouch for somebody, I'm definitely in TD Jakes and Jerome. JC Jerome is standing and I get to vouch for one, I'm going for Jerome. I don't care about what TD Jakes did. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using the biggest person that I can think of. But I mean, all of that is the same because I know he was in the trenches. Now, you might talk to somebody else and TD Jakes may be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Do I know? I don't. Do I care? Don't either. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. That's it. I hope I made my point. I only need Lady T to understand my point. Did you understand my point, Lady T? Because I know Chef Dennis just doesn't want to listen. He don't even want to.
Hey, I can't wait, man. I'll be down in March. Make sure you listen. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link. Make sure you be with me, brother, or the whole weekend.
What's up, Malik?
Okay, make sure you with me the whole weekend.
So you talking about the fraternity cult thing you're in?
Man, don't be selling no false information, bro.
You're right. I'm sorry. That was very low.
It was a good
I
joke,
apologize.
bad joke.
No, that wasn't.
Nah, you know what it was, and I don't know enough about it to make that type of claim. So I will take that back and I will apologize because they could be very great men doing very great things, and I'm just I'm not that kind of lamb. So
But
some sheep follow the herd. I'm the dude dude that Jesus got to break his legs. I'm that dude.
Aren't you the dude? Wait a minute. Aren't you
I'm
the guy
that dude
who talks about therapy? Aren't you that guy? Oh, well then, stop for a moment.
Okay.
And take time out of your busy schedule when I come down there and be a part of it and come check it out. That's it.
I'm gonna check it out. I am already.
But you gotta come. You gotta pay to come. Yeah, I'll pay for you. What? Now what? You don't waste my money. I'll pay for you.
I said I'll come.
Okay. I'm gonna send you the link.
I didn't say I'll be open-minded. I said I'll come.
That's it. I want you to come and check it out. And
I'll come and check it out. Go ahead. Tell them what it's called since I done said the bad thing. It's
called the King Movement.
The King Movement. Yeah, check it out. If y'all don't know about it, check it out, man.
But Ronnie, I promise you're gonna be like, yo, I like it. I promise you.
See, stop doing that, bro. Stop.
Listen,
because this is what encourages me to tell you I'm the lamb that needs his legs broke. Leave me alone. Let me go ahead and sit on the shepherd's neck. I gotta stay close to him, bro. I'm not that one. I'm not like the rest of the flock that go gingerly to wherever anybody leads them to, even if it's water. I'm not that dude. I'm the dude that will sit there and watch the whole flock come from up here, and then when they done, then I'll go get my water afterwards because I don't even want to hang out with them. I'm that type of dude. So break my leg.
But you my brother though. So
yeah.
All right, so just come on in.
All right.
Thank you.
Go back to the next question.
Yeah. That's it. That's what I want to hear. That's it. I want to.
Next question.
Yeah, look at man. I don't know about y'all.
Good old Malik. Missed you, man. Haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, Malik. I see you. He got a good point.
Yeah, we don't read. I know we don't read, bro. Hey Malik, if you had one book for us to read that would give us the enlightenment that you have, what book would that be? I got a question for you, Malik. I want to know what that book is. You got one book, Malik. Hey Malik, don't put no paragraph, bro. One book. I'm curious to what that book would be, and I would read it, bro. I would read it, and I've been reading a lot too. Just so y'all know, I've been getting through these. I've been getting through these gospels. Let me tell you something, man. I was not as educated as I thought I was, man. Rereading. I thought Luke was a disciple the whole time. I ain't even put that into my mind that he was that he was accounting the stuff afterwards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Luke.
Paul.
Yeah.
He's with Paul.
Luke was not a disciple.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. I thought Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were all disciples. I didn't even put that together. But you know. Did he give us something? No. 100 amazing facts about Negroes.
Oh, I see now.
100 amazing. Really? Okay.
Facts
That's the book?
The Negro.
All right. With complete proof, but belief, but
A.J. Rogers. Rogers, yeah.
Yeah, of course not. He said, I told you wasn't a reader. He's funny. My man. All right. Got you. All right. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna read it for real. I'm about to put it on my joint right now. Well, I ain't gonna read it. It better be in audiobooks. Because I don't read. So but go ahead. I'm sorry, Chef Dennis. Let's get back to the
No,
You ain't got no more questions?
That was it?
That was it. What?
I'll tell you guys next week. I can't tell you right now, but Chef is
cooking. You cooking?
I'm cooking.
Okay.
Tired.
You tired?
No, really. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But listen, this is a short episode today, and yes, I am feeling tired.
Yeah.
I like these.
I was just getting excited. Like, what's going on? We got Malik in here. Like, we missing an ample time to preach. Yeah, we got an ample time to preach to Malik, and you just gonna tap out. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
I'm tired, man. I'm really. And then look, next week we got a load. Next week I load, man. So we got guests next week. So
when the rocks cry out.
Oh Lord.
You need to get JC Jerome in here, man. Get him in here and join us. He got an amazing story too.
Does he want to come on?
I'm sure he does. He'll never say no. But Chef Dennis got to reach out. He the conductor.
Everybody's welcome.
He's the conductor of this whole thing here. I don't want to sit there and I don't want to stop. He got his procedures. And you got to make sure he got to test them before they can come on here and all that kind of stuff. We
booked up for next week.
He be how he be testing his friends and testing everybody. Everybody got to pass his test
to get in the circle.
To get there, yeah. So he was like, I already let Rodney get through. I ain't let that happen again. All right, somebody tired.
It's called divine connection. That's all.
There's definitely that.
That's it.
Yeah. See, even Malik said, "Come on, y'all, just got here. Come on, you gotta give me something. You don't got no.
Malik, you gonna have to be.
You don't got no more. Man. Yeah, you don't got no more Bible verses and nothing.
Man. Listen, I'm gonna talk to you guys next week. Listen, we gonna be live next week. We got guests next week. We got a great story for you guys next week. Listen, guys, you guys be blessed and know this. We love you. Peace.